Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for April 20th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I am valuable. And as of this recording, we have not yet hit the peak of the eclipse. This is several hours before, about 5-ish hours before that I'm recording this. And the world will be different after the eclipse. With every major astrological happening, we shift energies. And as we enter Sun in Taurus, which is happening today at 1:13 a.m. Pacific time. So as we are entering Taurus shifted. So who I am now and who I am if I was recording tomorrow in Taurus energy, which I will be, is a different energy. And Taurus is shifting. The energy of Taurus as the eclipse bridges the sign of Aries into Taurus, and as the Sun in Taurus makes its first connection with Pluto. Our work with the Taurus energy is here to be empowered and shifted. So the traditional, what is it? I don't know. Saying or mantra of Taurus is I have. And that is very Taurusy. Like, this is what I have. Here's what I can show you. This is what I've done for myself. And yet, I think that more so than having, Taurus is about value. And so that is our shifted focus for Sun in Taurus, is to focus on the value of whatever. It might be the value of what you have. It might be the value of yourself. It might be the value of your knowledge. It might be the value of your gifts. It might be you finding value in your personal worth. There's so many ways that we can take the energy of value and utilize it. And this will be helpful as we are going to be slowly wrapping up the nodes in the signs of Taurus and Scorpio. It's not going to be until July that they leave Taurus and Scorpio. And yet we're in these final energies. So this is really a time with, the Sun and Mercury retrograde, about to go retrograde tomorrow, in Taurus, and the node finishing up, and the moon in it. So lots of heavenly bodies, lots of energies working the Taurus energy to embrace the I value. We've got a mahalo incoming. Thank you, mahalo. I value you. Little fuzzy being. So this is our work over this time, is to start, or maybe hopefully not start. Hopefully you've been watching me and hopefully you have been noticing what you value, but really coming to honor what is valuable for you and leaning into that and recognizing maybe there are things that you do pay homage to, that you do value, that are not actually valuable to you when you get down into the nitty-gritty of it. And it may be a time to release that. And this is part of this overall shift. Sun square Pluto, empowering that which is truly valuable, which may be family connections, friend connections, your purpose, over things that maybe the world told you were important. And you're like, yeah, I like my BMW, but I'm going to do this instead. And so it's a beautiful time. And this is not to say that you shouldn't value and love your BMW. Love what you love. Value what you value. You just may find it shifting, or you may find that something that you have been holding much value, lots of energy towards, suddenly doesn't seem to have as much pull for you. Be aware of this energy. Now, I fully believe Taurus season is meant to be fun. We go from fire energy into earth. We are in the eclipse corridor. I always maintain the eclipse corridor is pretty potent. It's when we have the first layer from the first eclipse coming through and working those energies, and we feel the next energy of the next eclipse coming in. There's a lot of intensity here. And yet, even in this intensity, in these eclipse energies, Taurus is like, here we are in the earth, or on the earth, I guess is better. Might as well enjoy it. Let's eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we may die. I haven't heard that phrase in so long, but that just popped into my head. That's definitely the spirit of North Node in Taurus, working with South Node in Scorpio. Taurus is a very sensual sign. It loves to get into all of the sensualities of things, the smells, the taste, the touch. Taurus does value the sensual nature of things. And so this is a time to hold space, give energy to. That's how we show the value of things a lot of times, is how much energy do we give to this, to the sensual nature of things. Take time to feel your feet on the earth, in the sands, in the heat of the sun, in the cool of the water. Taste the bounties of the earth. Strawberries always pops into my mind, but I know a lot of people don't actually like the taste of real strawberries. Honeydew. I'm mentioning controversial fruits. Carrots, cucumbers, whatever you like. Take time to fully taste, to fully engage these energies. Pay homage, pay attention, show, experience physically, sensually, the value of these things during this time. And that can ripple out and expand your world. And like I said, I feel like this Taurus season is meant to be very shifty for the energy of Taurus and for the energy of each and all of us. Now with Taurus, there can be sometimes that temptation to go overboard with the sensual things, with the pleasure energies. So watch for where you feel like you want to go overboard. Balance is always a wonderful thing. Whatever your personal balance is, figure that out in this energy. And with Taurus, there's kind of two modes that I've seen with Taurus. There's Ferdinand the Bull. I'm going to sit in the field and smell the flowers. And then there is like the bull market on Wall Street, where it's like sell, buy, productivity overload. Again, these are kind of two swingings of the pendulum. What is your balance in being productive in regards to your gifts? Taurus is about bringing forth your gifts. You are worthy and your gifts have a place in this world. So bringing them forth and being productive with your gifts. That doesn't mean that you're creating something or making something. It just means your offerings into the world. And taking time to smell the flowers, to taste the flowers, if that's your thing, right? So, Sun in Taurus is bringing that. Now, today may feel a little, because of that square that's happening with Pluto. That square, fortunately, does happen earlier in the day. It happens at 9:27 a.m. Pacific time. I will say, with these eclipse energies, things in the world could get a little topsy-turvy. Do your best not to fall into fear. Instead, lean into the trust of the nature of things. Everything is a pendulum. Nature finds its balance. Can we find our balance in all of the penduluming around? The moon is also in Taurus, so like I said, super heavy Taurus energy coming off this eclipse. This is a beautiful time for intentions. This is a beautiful time for literally planting seeds in your life. So keep that in mind. The moon in Taurus today is connecting to Saturn early in the morning. And the sun will be at 0 degrees today. So between the sun at 0 degrees and the moon connecting with Pisces, Saturn and Pisces, we may have some lazy catting. But use this lazy catting to envision, what would you like to grow in this time, in this season of Taurus, in this beautiful spring energy? The moon will also connect to Mars later in the day, Mars in Cancer energy. So a lot of mud. We've got a lot of mud, but mud is very fertile and it is very cleansing. In the mud energy, sometimes the best thing we can do is lay low and let the feels move through. So keep that in mind for the day. Card-wise, I love this. I have the completion card in reverse. And this is the world card in traditional tarot. It's like the world can be yours. The world can be yours. But not yet. You're taking those steps to it. What are you wanting to grow and build in this season? Hold space for those possibilities. That being said, it's slow moving. Taurus energy is always slow and steady wins the race. Taurus really reminds me of the tortoise and the hare. So keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to these plutonic colonic energies that we do have going on, we've got the politics card in reverse. Watch for where you still feel like you value pretending around who you are, or where you may be valuing those who are pretending. Like most politicians, right? Watch for that energy and notice where you see right through it and see if you still value it. The other card I have for you is the stress card. And again, plutonic colonic energy can be quite a lot, as can this eclipse energy. Watch for where you're carrying too much and you need to put a few things down. Watch where you may need to be a little bit more like Ferdinand the Bull, sniffing and munching on the flowers. So that is it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. Let's give you a little mahalo love. Oh, hi, Sneezy. Aw, sweet. There's more than enough love in the world for you. He made me stand with silence, and I've forgotten everything. Honor your values. Namaste.